Hello and welcome to this brief lesson about using AI to leverage your business. Now, you basically just need to go to chat.openai.com if you want to use ChatGTP. There's many other different AI technologies that you can use online, but this is my favorite. As you can see here, you have the option of using ChatGTP. Oh, do you know what? I'm going to call it Bot Baby because I can't get my tongue around. I keep calling it ChatGTP as well. Sorry, banged my hand on the desk. I'm on a very clumsy day today. So we'll look at Bot Baby 3.5. This is free for you to use and it's great for everyday tasks. Do bear in mind that that they're not up to date to now. If you look at the 4 version, this is the smartest, more capable. It can actually browse websites for you if those websites allow you to browse. Not all of them do. And this is about $20 a month, but it also includes DALL-E, which gives you images, which is incredibly powerful. I'm going to show you an image that I generated. At the moment, I'm just going to give you a demonstration of 3.5 because I ended my subscription because I don't see the point in spending $20 a month when I'm not using it constantly. So I have a spurt of where I use it constantly and then I don't use it for a little while because I've got other things to do. So then you can always renew your subscription. So if you upgrade to this, you can browse websites. It gives you more up-to-date information and images. Let me show you an image that I have generated. So this image that you can see here is generated using the 4 version, and I asked it for a image, basically, for a podcast. So I have podcasts and I asked for an image. This one was regarding the fragrance, the science of aromatherapy, and I asked it for a thumbnail. And it gave me this. That I didn't like it. So then I put this prompt in. The colours are a bit blah and boring. Something more rich and dynamic, please. And fill the full image, not a circle in the middle. Exotic flowers would be nice too. So I got this. And then it said, here is the revised background image for your scent podcast. The design is now full frame and includes vibrant elements and luxurious vials, etc. Ornate perfume bottles and essential oil vials. The image captures a sensory journey through the world of scents. So it did what I asked. I didn't want this circle. I wanted the full image. The colours were blah and very, very dull. Like a slice of orange. So this is what you need to do with ChatGTP when you're actually using it. So I'm going to use it now and guide you through what you need to do. So what you need to do is log in, make sure that you're logged in, and it will be on your browser. I just type into Google Chat. So what you do, you click on here, and this is the icon for a new chat. So it asks you to write something. So I'm going to put this in, which is relevant to the course. What are the current trends in the fragrance industry? Now let's see what it comes up with. Do you see that? As of my last update in January 2022, it's now April 2024. So it's giving you what were the trends in the fragrance industry as of January 2022. So the number 4 version is only about 6 months behind. So if you're looking for something that's more up to date, because it browses on websites as well, so you can say, do some research for me on the internet about current fragrance brands. So you need the 4 version for something that is more up to date, but I'm highlighting what it's capable of and what it's not capable of. So if you're looking at this now, we have sustainability was a trend, customization, so personalization, brand, etc., wellness-focused fragrances, which is where I started with my aromatherapy background, and fragrances designed to evoke a sense of well-being and relaxation are becoming popular, and they were a couple of years ago. They're now quite normal. Gender neutral fragrances, there was a huge shift a couple of years ago. going back to, gender neutral cake was in the 90s when CK1 came out and Issey Miyake, and they were more cleaner, gender neutral fragrances. So it's not even a new thing. It's just that it's come around again. Isn't that a song? Coming around again. Anyway, digital fragrance experiences. So technology being integrated into the fragrance industry to enhance the consumer experiences with virtual fragrance testing tools and augmented reality. Now, I know that YSL actually online quizzes as well, but YSL have launched a brand now, a new experience and it's called Sensation. And they first launched it in the UAE. They're rolling it out to the US. And this was actually, there was a press release in March of 2023 about them launching it. Was it 23 or 22? I can't remember. Anyway, they have this, and basically it records the brain function and spikes of emotions with consumers when they put this headset on, and then the assistant at the YSL Sensation will let you smell different fragrances, and it will record how your brain reacts to these fragrances, which in essence helps you to choose, of course, one of their fragrances, but which one is best suited to you emotionally. So that's about digital fragrance experience, and they're becoming more popular now. And of course, we've got online scent quizzes to help customers find their perfect scent virtually. Transparency and storytelling. So consumers are increasingly interested in the story behind the fragrances they purchase. Brands are focusing on transparency, and I've noticed a massive shift in the fragrance industry. It used to be incredibly secretive until I started teaching. And then more and more people are now coming out there, and especially people on Instagram, on TikTok, and they're being more transparent about not just their brand, but about teaching people and giving you insights into the fragrance industry. So this is very interesting. And that's why in this course, I tell you to focus on the story behind your fragrance, but also behind your brand, and storytell to create emotional connections with your consumer. And then niche and indie brands, this is not a new thing, but there's a lot more. When I recently went to Milan in March of this year, 24, and there was more than 300 independent perfume brands, and most of which, excuse me, I have a frog in my throat. Let me just clear it. I still haven't got over this flu that I caught in Milan. So anyway, I've still not got over this flu that I caught in Milan. So excuse me if I sound a bit croaky. I've been sick for about a month. I'm getting over it now, but still not 100%. And that's why some of these lessons are a little late. So apologies for that. But niche indie brands, there was more than 300 exhibitors at this exhibition. It was fantastic. It was a brilliant thing. Clean fragrances as well, but going back to the Milan thing, it just goes to show you, how many niche indie brands are out there that are competing. And you know what? The packaging of a lot of them, it's just fantastic. It's not like how I started off when I was selling stuff in Dubai, with paper stickers stuck on a, bottle that I got down the perfume souk. Just absolutely fantastic packaging and great marketing materials that I saw there, great promotional things that they have, and really cool brands, cool names, cool everything. It was just a fantastic place, and you must go to it. They have another one. It's every year. It's called Essence, and you must go to it. It's a fabulous place to go and get an insight into the fragrance industry. Clean fragrances as well, of course, Ariana Grande, with the help of the perfume house Robertet, who specialise in natural fragrances. Her latest God is a Woman perfume was deemed to be a clean fragrance, which is free from parabens and phthalates, and synthetic dyes. So that was of 2022. So let's do another prompt and see what we can get that's a bit more accurate. Now, what you can do is you can either start a new chat or you can keep within this actual thread. Now, it's entirely up to you. You can end up with a really, really long thread. I mean, this is quite short at the moment. Let's keep it in the same one. I'm going to give it another prompt. Let's see what it does. So this one is, how can I differentiate my fragrance brand from competitors in terms of scent and branding? Let's see what it comes up with. Look how quick it is. I mean, oh my God. And look at all of these points. And you can actually say, give me 5 points or give me 4 points or 3 or 10 if you want more. So we've got a unique scent profile. So develop a signature scent or a collection of scents that stand out from what your competitors offer. Storytelling, of course, we're going back to that. Marketing, immersive experiences that allow consumers to engage with your brand. Personalization, sustainable and ethical practices, collaboration and partnerships, and innovative packaging and design. So it's giving you some really good prompts here. And all I used is just this one sentence. You don't have to put the quote marks. You don't have to do that. But now what you can do is say, continue. And I always put please, because I always like to be polite, even though it's a robot. So then it's giving you some more focus on craftsmanship, cultivate a strong brand identity, engage with your community, embrace innovation, offer value-added services. So you can have fragrance samples, VIP loyalty programs, exclusive events for loyal customers by going above and beyond to cater to your customers' needs and foster loyalty. That can differentiate. Okay, so now I'm going to ask it, which point should I consider to be the most important? And this is giving you now, because it can be really confusing because you're like, oh my God, there's so many points to consider. And while they're all very relevant, you can ask it then, okay, well, determining the most important for differentiating your brand, you need to look at these. So authenticity encompasses staying true to your brand's value, story, and identity. It involves genuine passion for your products, transparent communication with consumers, and a commitment to delivering on your brand promise. And here is why authenticity is crucial. It creates an emotional connection, which helps you to resonate with consumers on a deeper level, forging emotional connections that foster loyalty. Now, I get people that connect with me on an emotional level because sometimes I'll have rants, I'll be angry, or I'll be sad, or I'll be really happy, or I'll be excited because I've just launched something new. And because I've got all these different emotions and this storytelling, people kind of resonate with me. And I've had like some people, contact me saying, I want to take your courses because I just think, your personality really shines through and you come across as really authentic and keeping it real, which I do. I've always been like that. But differentiation. Oh God, I can't say it. What is wrong with me today? Authenticity sets your brand apart from competitors by showcasing what makes you unique and compelling. This is a market saturated with options, and consumers are drawn to brands that stand out for their genuine values. Now, we've already talked about this earlier in the course, but this is how you can utilize chat and go, right, okay, they are all really nice, but sustainability, customization, wellness focus, they're not really, everybody's doing that. A lot of people are doing that. Now, what is the most important thing? So you can have a chat with it. So this is what it's like. Imagine it is like a friend and you're asking it questions, or it's a professional and you're saying, okay, that's really good. Thank you very much. Now, credibility and trust. Or being authentic builds credibility and trust. They'll trust you. And long-term sustainability, because authenticity lays the foundation for long-term sustainability and resilience in the marketplace. So now I'm going to ask it how. Let's see, what can I do? I think I'm going to ask it, how can I put this into practice. So now we've got this. Define your brand values and clearly articulate the core values. Tell your brand story. Be transparent. Stay true to your promise. Engage authentically with your audience. Embrace perfection. Empower your employees, if you have any, in the beginning. And stay true to your niche. So now it's actually telling you how to put it in to practice. So I'm going to say, give me some real world examples, please. And it also has spell check, which is good, but I have done this with really bad spelling and I've not corrected it and it's still understood what I meant. It's so clever. But please fact check everything, because I used this one time for I wanted a podcast, Friday's Fragrant Quiz, my podcast, and this particular one was all about song lyrics. So I said, give me 10 song lyrics, all about fragrance, scent, perfume. Tell me the name of the band and tell me the name of the song, and then give me the lyric that's in the song. And it gave me 10, and I thought, that's really good, give me another 10. So it gave me 20, and when I fact checked them, not one of them was correct. They were all made up. It had just told me what I wanted to hear. So, I mean, I found it absolutely shocking to my very core. But this is why you really do need to check it out. And then, lots of times you might go, is this true? And then you just go on to Google. Or what I did is I actually looked at the song and I got the song lyrics off Google. And none of it was true. So now we're going to, please give me some real world examples. So these are examples that demonstrate how fragrance brands can differentiate themselves through authenticity by prioritizing craftsmanship. So you've got Diptyque for its rich heritage and collaborations and commitment to authenticity. Aesop is known for primarily skincare products. I bought their deodorant once for my husband. It was awful. Oh my God, I had to throw it away. It was absolutely hideous. But they I think they got bought out as well. I think they were an Australian brand. I'm not sure. Jo Malone London is known for its elegant and understated approach to fragrance, rooted in its British heritage and craftsmanship. And she infused her, in the beginning, because it's owned now by Estee Lauder, her personal experiences, memories into each fragrance, and she also kept it simple, but by having her name on it as well. And then you've got Le Labo and you've got Byredo. So these are just some examples that you can use ChatGTP for. You can even say, write me a poem about this subject in the style of Taylor Swift. And then it just writes you a song. It's amazing. I wanted to show you this because it's just so fantastic. Let's read it. In a world of scents where fragrances bloom, there's a journey of authenticity in every room, crafted with care from nature's embrace. Each scent tells a story with its own grace. Authenticity like a melody sweet. In the fragrance of life, it's the beat with honesty's touch and sincerity's sway. We find our true selves in every spray. Oh, it's hilarious, but it's powerful. Now in the style of Eminem. Yo, in this fragrance game, authenticity's the aim. Crafting scents like a master, ain't no shame. Le Labo's on the scene with batches so small. Transparency's the key, we show it all. But it's good because you can look at that and you can go, actually, do you know what? I really like this. You can use that and you can put your brand name. Melanie Jane's on the scene with batches so small. Transparency's the key, she shows it all. So you can actually even get some inspiration from it. And I think it's hilarious. I hope that you're enjoying this lesson. And then you can ask it to generate images as well. So you can say, generate me an image for this particular poem, and it will do. And then you can download it. Sometimes it downloads it as a web file, which you can convert into a JPEG image. It's absolutely fine. You can do that on your own computer. I use Canva to do it because I put signatures on my artwork. So yeah, this is the whole conversation. And then if you want to start a new chat, you just start a new chat. Let's have a look at another prompt. I'm going to try this prompt and let's see what it comes up with. We've gone into a new chat now, because you can actually name them on the sidebar. I'm not going to reveal my sidebar because I don't want you to see what I've been doing, because obviously it's private, but you can rename all of your little things as well. So I'm asking it this. And then you can have like different folders. And then the only thing that I don't like is because I work a lot on ChatGPT, and it doesn't give you the ability to be able to search. So you have to keep scrolling through the whole list of things that you have. But let's see what it comes up with this. Provide tips for optimizing fragrance formulations for cost effectiveness without compromising quality. So this is quite an interesting one, perhaps for you, because you want to optimize your fragrance, but you need to be cost effective, but you don't want to compromise on the quality. Okay, so it's given you ingredient selection, use high quality fragrance oils. I don't know why it says, I don't like it when it says fragrance oils, but I know what it means. Consider aroma chemicals. Aroma chemicals are not always more cost effective than natural ones. Some of them are actually more expensive. But yeah, it's got you the simplify formulations, reduce the number of ingredients, simplify formulations by using fewer ingredients, optimize concentration levels, so determine the minimum concentration required to achieve the desired scent profile. So it might be that you can use a lesser strength, but it's just as optimized, and it's just as good a fragrance, but you're saving a little bit of money there. Experiment with dilution as well. Explore alternative ingredients, streamline production processes. So it's all pretty much, negotiate pretty much common sense, collaborate with suppliers, negotiate bulk discounts. That really goes without saying, and seek advice from experts like me, or even fragrance suppliers, perfumers, other industry experts. And then continuous improvement, always look at your costs. You see, there's some things like, for instance, cardamom, quite a popular ingredient in perfumery. And one year they had an absolutely devastating harvest. So the price of it exploded. So I'm going back to this chat now because we've got quite a lot of good information here. And now I'm going to ask it this question. Generate tagline ideas that capture the essence of my brand's identity based on this conversation. So it's giving you taglines. Okay. Authenticity unmasked in every scent, scented truths, honest expression. So what it's doing is it's grabbing information from this about what we've talked about, which is authenticity and being transparent. Hope you're not getting dizzy with all my scrolling. And then you asked it for taglines for your brand. Where fragrance meets authenticity, scented stories, inhale the authenticity, crafting scents, embracing truth. More like this, please. And then it gives you more. And then it asks you for responses as well, because it makes it better for you and for other people. So which response do you prefer? And then you just click on it. So response 1, scented stories crafted authentically. Or you can go to this one, authentic scents, genuine moments. Or you can go and click on this one, where sense and soul align. Oh, I like that. Authentic fragrance, genuine you, embrace your essence, scent by scent, unveiling truth. So they're all really lovely, aren't they? They're great. Scented journeys rooted in authenticity. Can you see how amazing this is? So let's just pretend we like this one more. Okay, we like that one, but you can always go back to the other one. Can you see here where you've got the 1 and the 2? So you always have it there. And this will not go away. As far as I know at the moment, this is not going to go away. So what you can do now is say, thanks, because I like to be polite. Now, suggest brand names that are memorable with alliterations, which basically means like, words rhyming, like... Actually, it's got spell check, so I don't need to do that. See, go to spell check. Alliterations. And potentially virality. You want it to go viral, right? Your brand. Scent savvy, true tinctures, authentic auras, genuine glow. So you see what alliterations are. It's scent savvy, true tinctures. Each word begins with the same letter. Viral verve scent. That's terrible. So it's not going to crafted charms. It's not always going to come up with amazing ones. And then you can say, no. And then it just gives you more. So you don't be rude with it. I've never sworn at it, so I don't know what it would do if I did. Fragrance Fusion. You see, I have a course called Fragrance Fusion. It's actually a bundle packages. Scent storyline, perfume pulse, scented spectacle. You see, I wouldn't go for things like that because people might think that you're selling spectacles that are scented. So it can give you some really good ones. But now more without alliterations that suggest authenticity. Let's do it without doing the spell check in alliterations. It still understands what you mean. Genuine essence, authentic aroma, true scent, honest perfumery. Oh, well, that's like Jessica Alba has a fragrance, doesn't she, called The Honest Company. Sincere scents, integrity fragrance, ethical aromas, genuine scent co, true essence. So do you see what you can do with this thing? It's just incredible. And it comes up with so many suggestions and you can just ask it whatever you want. Let's take this for an example. I like this. Suggest alternatives. Oh no, hang on. This one. Now you can go like this. Oh no, she's not got what I meant. But she's given you more. So when you say, I like this, suggest alternatives, you actually have to type in. So I typed in perfume pulse. Now I'm going to copy and paste this. And this is real world me showing you this. Pure authenticity scents, ethical essence perfumes, they're all a bit long. Integrity scent works. Sincere signature scent. See, when you try to ram it down people's throats, sincere, I don't like that. It's like what they're hiding. So I like this. Suggest alternatives. Perfume Pulse, great choice. Perfume Pulse Co, Perfume Pulse Lab, Pulse Fragrance, Pulse Essence, Pulse Scent, Perfume Pulse Studio, Pulse Aromas, Perfume. So you see, you can play on things and Now a tagline. Feel the beat, embrace the scent. Ah, see, so what it's done. Certainly, here's a tagline suggestion for Perfume Pulse. Now you've got a tagline, Perfume Pulse. Feel the beat, embrace the scent. And then if you press this here, it will regenerate it for you. And then you can see each time there you can go back to the first one or the second one. And then it asks you, which do you like better? So here's a tagline, feel the rhythm of authentic fragrance. I think that was a bit worse. I didn't like that one that much. Let's regenerate it again. Feel the beat of authentic fragrance. And you can say that it's a bad response and it will learn from that. And then you can just copy here. You can have it read aloud. But I'm using the microphone at the moment, so it won't. But you can copy that actual particular section there, and you can do that on each one. Or you can just, this is what I normally do, and then just copy like that. So that's it. I hope you've enjoyed it. It's full of so many amazing things. Like you've seen, it can write poems, it can write songs, it can give you taglines. And this is how you can utilize it for your brand. Just basically whatever you want to do, whatever you want to ask it. And then prompt it for more and say, give me more examples. Give me more information, elaborate on this, please. So I'm just going to show you that one last define your brand. We're going to go back to this, and then I'm going to say elaborate, please. Then I do a colon, and then I copy it in. And then it tells you the steps you need to do to define your brand values. So now I'm going to say, give me an example of implementing this, please. So what it's done now is it's considered an example of a fragrance brand called Pure Essence Perfumes. I think it's always nice to look at this. It's almost like a little case study, and it makes it more interesting for you to read. And you'll be able to see in the ebook prior to this audio that you will be able to this video, that you will be able to identify the core value. Getting lost now. I need another coffee. I've not had breakfast yet, and it's like 20 past 12. That's what I did in the previous one. I gave you scenarios of theoretical brands. So here we've got a company called Pure Essence Perfumes. They identify sustainability as one of its core values. So now they have to articulate that value. And they talk about eco-friendly ingredients, how they do it, reducing waste, supporting fair labour, etc. Then about integrating sustainability into their decision-making process. So they talk about when they're developing new fragrances, it always prioritizes renewable and natural ingredients over synthetic alternatives. Packaging designs are carefully chosen to minimize environmental impact. Then when they look at communicating the value, they transparently communicate its commitment to sustainability through its branding. So how do they do that? The brand's website features its sustainability initiatives. Social media channels are used to educate and engage customers on sustainability topics. And then living the value, they demonstrate its commitment to sustainability through tangible actions and initiatives. For example, they collaborate with environmental organizations to plant trees for every product sold. And that's very normal for a lot of companies are doing that these days, helping to plant a tree. Let's have a look at this one. I'm going to copy and paste this now, and I am going to say elaborate with examples, please. Real world or theoretical? And I give the point. You must give it the point. And I like to use the colon for this there, and then just press enter. So this now is what they've done. So we're now elaborating on this point here about communicating the value. And we've asked it elaborate. How do we do it? Website, on the brand's website, there's a dedicated section highlighting its sustainability issues. Initiative, sorry. Social media, they utilize their social media. The brand shares visually appealing content such as infographics, posting tips on how consumers can reduce their environmental footprint by choosing eco-friendly packaging options, or explain the benefits of using natural ingredients in perfumes. They send out regular email letters, which talks about its updates on sustainability initiatives and related content, and packaging and labelling. Ensure that its product packaging reflects its commitment to sustainability. So do you see this? Now I'm going to look at this and I'm going to say, so can you see, you can keep diving into each one, diving further and further and further and getting more and more information regarding this. So it's not just ask a question and that's it. You know, you have to take it or leave it. You can really go really in depth. And this is what I really like to do. So I've gone to the social media now. Show me the best way to do this, giving me tools to do so and plan the content, because I'm terrible at planning social media. So then now it's giving you a social media strategy and tools that can help you do it. Buffer or Hootsuite that schedule this. There's another one that I quite like. It's called Metricool. And they have a really, really good free plan. So yeah, this is all steps that you can do, defining your social media strategy. And this is about all understanding, choosing the right platforms. Do you need to be on every platform? I don't know. I'm not a fan of Instagram and Facebook anymore. I prefer YouTube and TikTok and LinkedIn and podcasting. But yeah, and then it's talking about using visuals, grabbing, there's a lot of, I'm talking about grabbing visually appealing images, but there's a lot of stock images out there and people can tell when they're stock images. So if you do use stock images, try to use ones that not everybody else is using. Like, don't keep using amber glass bottles of essential oils with flowers in the background or in the foreground, because they're so overdone. And use AI. Like I said, you can use it to generate images. Canva tools you can use, Adobe Spark. I use Canva all the time. I've used Hootsuite. I didn't really like it. Metricool is a good one. Google Analytics is also another one. Let's ask it about Metricool. What about Metricool? And then if you want to pause the video and read this about Metricool, how it gives you key metrics so you can have a look at, you can monitor it and have a look at your analytics. And I think you can hire people. If you want to hire people to do your social media, it might be better. So now I'm just going to show you one last little trick. We can actually not just ask it questions and it, comes up with a lot of information for you. Because you see, the thing is, why people use ChatGPT, I actually never told you why I like using it. People will be like, well, why do you use it then? Why do you not just go into Google? When you go into Google, all that you get is websites that get the most hits. So you'll get a lot of people that are using sponsored ads, etc. And then you have to go through their website, and then you have to have a look to where they've actually got that information on the website. Have you ever Googled anything? And then you've like, how do I make an apple pie without sugar? And then you go on a website, and then you can't find that information. It's got a recipe for apple pie, but it doesn't tell you where to use an apple pie without sugar, and it's not got that information on it. But what the Bot Baby does is it gathers all the information that's out there on the internet from every single website, anything that's ever been published on the net. It goes into, and it doesn't give you website links. You don't have to browse through all of these things, because sometimes you can have to go back on Google like 20 pages to find the information that you want. You can get this from here, and it's so fast. It's incredible for trying to get information. Like I said, please fact check. It's incredibly important. But I'm going to show you one last little trick. You can use it to generate marketing material for your website, for your social media, all that kind of stuff. It's incredibly amazing. So I'm going to show you that now. And I'm going to type in this. I want something for my homepage. And I'm going to type, based on this thread, write me an overview of my sustainably led scent brand for the homepage of my website in the style of David Attenborough. Now, I've just done this as an example. You don't have to put David Attenborough. You can put your style. What I do is I actually give it a piece of my own writing. And one particular piece that I like is when I interviewed Mandy Aftel, and I wrote an intro to her interview, and I really, really liked. That's one of my favourite articles, actually. And I love the intro to it. I think I wrote it really well, if I do say so myself. So I always put that into the Bot Baby. And I go, this is my style of writing. Please write me blah, blah, blah in my style. And then it will tell me your style of writing is captivating, engaging, casual, etc. And then it writes it in the style that I do. But you have to keep reprompting it. So I'm going to show you now. Let's have a look at what this David Attenborough style overview for our brand comes up with. Opening shot of a lush forest with sunlight streaming through the canopy. The camera pans to a table adorned with elegant glass bottles containing vibrant essences. Ooh, I like that. And the narrator, welcome, dear visitor, to the verdant world of pure essence perfumes, where the wonders of nature meet the artistry of fragrance creation. Step into a realm where each scent is a symphony composed with reverence for the earth and a commitment to sustainability. Oh, I like this. I think this is more for a video, isn't it? Cut to images of ethically sourced botanicals. It doesn't have to be, it can be still because it's saying images. Is being harvested by skilled artisans accompanied by soothing music. The narrator. But you don't have, it can be a video, or you can just like type the text and put the text into it. In this fragrant oasis, our journey begins amidst the bountiful harvest of Mother Nature's treasures. Here, every botanical is carefully selected for its purity and potency, ensuring that only the finest ingredients grace our formulations. Anyway, you can pause the video and you can look at the rest of it. So you get the idea. Now I'm going to do it in a different style. Who do we like? J.K. Rowling. Let's see what it comes up with now. Welcome, dear visitors, to the enchanting world of pure essence perfumes. In the wonder and possibility of our journey begins amidst the whispering leaves of ancient forests, where the essence of nature's bounty awaits. Here, amidst the verdant splendour, our perfumers, akin to alchemists of old, ply their craft with skill and artistry, blending botanical treasures into elixirs of unparalleled beauty. Now, I'm going to give you a tip, because what can happen... I like this bit here. But our tale does not end there, dear visitor, for beyond the walls of our laboratory lies a world of adventure and discovery, where sustainability reigns supreme, and every choice we make is guided by a deep reverence for the world around us. So come, join us on a journey of olfactory exploration. Now, this is the tip I'm going to give you. This gets really confusing, and ChatGTP can be very, very clever with its words, but it can be very confusing, and it can sometimes doesn't make sense. So I think what you can do with this is welcome to, you don't have to put dear visitor, welcome to the enchanting world of Pure, where the ordinary becomes extraordinary and the power of scent holds the key to wondrous realms of imagination. You see, I would leave it at that and I would get rid of the rest, or I would get rid of this bit here and stop at where the ordinary becomes extraordinary. Step into a realm where each fragrance is a tale waiting to be told, woven from the threads of sustainability and magic. Or you can just like get rid of that, stop at extraordinary, and then go down to here and forget about that. You can just do our journey begins amidst the whispering leaves of ancient forests, where the verdant splendor of our perfume is akin to alchemy. See, and especially you've got to think about people whose English isn't their second language, using a lot of clever words, etc. So now let's tell it to simplify it. And now it's made it a lot more simple. Can you see how much more simple that is? Welcome to Pure Essence Perfumes, where every scent tells a unique story, blending nature and magic. Our perfumers craft fragrances inspired by the beauty of the natural world, using sustainable practices and innovative techniques. Now it sounds a bit boring and a bit blah. So let's say, write it in the form of a poem. And now we've got a poem. In the realm of fragrance, Pure Essence thrives, where nature's secrets and magic intertwine. With each scent a tale, a journey begins, crafted with care, where sustainability wins. You see, people like poems. They like alliterations, which I demonstrated earlier, and they like poems where things rhyme. It makes it more memorable. It makes it more lyrical. I think it just makes it more captivating. In laboratories bright with potions brew, perfumers blend magic, with science they fuse and then it gets a bit confusing. So, I kind of like that poem. You could have that, and then in forests and meadows where whispers abound, the beauty of nature in every scent is found, with reverence for earth in every stride, Pure Essence Perfumes. Now, in the style of... I am a fan of Graham Norton. I'm going to actually go back to this because it'll start making it into a poem. And the poems sometimes cannot make sense, if you know what I mean. So based on this thread, give me an overview of my brand in the style of Graham Norton. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the fabulous world of Pure Essence Perfumes. Now I'm going to say it is not a video, but text and images. Absolutely, let's adapt. Now it's giving you like this. Get ready for a sensation like no other. At Pure Essence, we're all about bringing a touch of pizzazz to your fragrance experience while staying true to our commitment to sustainability. So if you're not very good at writing things and writing marketing material, this is a great thing. It gives you great ideas. You don't have to, I wouldn't use it word for word if I were you. Scent spectacle. Our fragrances aren't just scents. They're spectacular performances, crafted with care by a team of scent virtuosos. Each fragrance is a masterpiece of botanical wonders and artistic flair. But wait, there's more. We're not just about smelling good. We're about doing good too. With eco-friendly practices and a dedication to sustainability, we're making sure that every spritz counts for the planet. That's lovely, isn't it? I like that. Behind the scenes, and you can have like an image there. Step into our world and discover the magic behind the scenes. From bustling labs to lush botanical gardens, our journey to fragrance perfection is a sight to behold. Now I'm going to take this and I'm going to say Give me prompts for an image to be generated for this. And now it's giving you prompts for an image. It's giving you 10. Right, it's giving you 10. So let's say I want just one image based on this text. Please give me what I should give to DALL-E so it can create an, see, this is real world, real time. Here we go. Let's see what it comes up with this. For the image based on this scene description. There we go. That's better. That's better. For the image based on the text behind the scenes, step into our world and discover the magic behind the scenes, from bustling labs to lush botanical bush botanicals. Anyway, you get the gist. So it gives you a scene description, create an illustration showing a composite scene that combines elements of a bustling lab and a lush botanical garden. In the foreground, it's telling you what to have. And then it's talking about the ambience as well. Use soft lighting and warm colours. The composition, ensure a balanced composition that highlights both the lab and botanical garden elements with a seamless transition between the two environments. Should we try and generate an image from this now? So I'm now in DALL-E and it didn't let me paste all of it because it would have been too much information. But let's have a look. It let me get up to lab coats in it. So where did it let me get up to? Up to there. So I only let me put that much text into it. Now I've just put that in. It's generating an image for me. Oh my God. It's not very good, is it? But you get the gist of what you can do by going into DALL-E. And the same thing will happen in the ChatGPT 4, but it does come up with better images. And once I renew my subscription and start using it again, I'll actually give you a demonstration of how it can be. But you can just keep regenerating it if you want to. And you can tell it, see this here, an oil painting by Matisse of a humanoid robot playing chess. So you can tell it what style of image you want it to be in as well. Oh my God, look at their faces. It looks like he's been hit by a bus. This one I don't mind, but I don't like this person here. And I think on Canva, you can go, or even if you've got AI on your phone or on your tablet, you can actually circle around that and get rid of it. And I think you can do things like that on Canva as well. So, and this one is quite okay, because at least their faces don't look like they've been bashed in. Just for you, I have just upgraded to Bot Baby 4, and I have copied and pasted the description for the image. Create the following image with vibrant colours. Scene description. And I've copied and pasted all of that we had earlier. Now let's see what image it gives us. It's thinking about it. It's thinking about it. We've got small details that add depth and interest to the scene, such as botanical illustrations. I've asked it for vibrant colours. We've got the foreground depicting a lab with perfumers. And look at that. It's worlds apart from DALL-E. I mean, where people have got their faces bashed in and stuff. This is beautiful. Isn't it just glorious? Let's regenerate it. Because I'm thinking, quite nice, but maybe you could do better. Thinks about it again. I'm telling you this. is worth its weight in gold. $24. It's $20, and then you've got VAT on top of it, depending on where you are in the world. But yes, I'm in France, so we pay a lot of VAT, a lot of tax. Let's see what the next one comes up like. Oh, that's even more beautiful, isn't it? What do you think? What do you think? Did you like the first one or the second one? I think the second one, because there's more people in it and it's more vibrant, the colours, and it's beautiful light. So I'm going to say that is a better one. And then normally it will, let's have a look. It will remember that, and it just makes it better. It kind of remembers your preferences. In the style of DALL-E, please. Let's see what that comes up with. And you don't get what you don't get, because you can have a look at your favorite artists, and that way, if you have it in a certain style, you're keeping it within brand and on brand, rather than having different types of imagery on your website or on your social media, etc. Right, so what it's doing now is it creating an image, or it's just telling me? It can be quite hit and miss sometimes. But let's see if it's going to write it, and then it's going to do the image as well. And it's always nice to have this kind of in-depth information so that it can understand exactly what it is that you want. So it's saying, let's proceed with this image creation. So it's proceeding with it now. But if you want it in Salvador Dali and then you want it in Surrealist, it's not going to be quite on brand. It's going to be a bit confusing for your customer. So if you want a cartoon image, or if you want 3D renders, etc., then that's what you need to prompt it. But you can get the bot baby to say, I want to portray this, which I mentioned earlier. We've already gone through that. And then give me prompts that I need to give to whatever. Oh, look at this one. And then you get different images. How different is this? Look at those incredible flowers really bursting to life. Let's regenerate it and see what else it comes up with. I'm really liking this, the DALL-E inspired one. I've created a lot of images myself that I'm actually turning into merchandise. So that could be another revenue stream of yours, you see. You can use this, and imagine I was going to go back to, sorry, I'm going off on a tangent. This one I'm not liking so much. Because I don't like the colours. So I'm going to tell it. I think that one was worse. I like this one because of these giant flowers. They just look so fantastic. So there you go. I have upgraded my bot baby now just for you, so that you can see the kind of images that you can get generated for your brand. And you can even do something really simple. You can only use 30 or 40 messages every so often, like every 3 hours, or it's something like that. But it'll tell you when you have gone up to your limit, and then you have to do a timeout. So it might be 1 hour, it might be 2 hours. Sometimes I use it so much it might be 3 hours. But look at this at the bottom. ChatGPT can make mistakes. Consider checking important information. Now I'm going to show you something very simple. If I don't use all of those prompts in the image, an image of a Scottish fold grey cat sleeping on a bed of roses. Just a simple sentence, so I'm not using all of that description up there. Now it's going to give me another image. But look at the quality of them. And here you just click, can you see there? You just click download and it downloads it directly to your computer. and I save all of these onto my hard drive. I have an external SSD hard drive. Get yourself a hard drive for your stuff. And get an SSD one. And I've got a 2 terabyte one. And look, oh my, what? Oh my God. And it looks exactly like my cat, Dave, that's currently asleep in my office. Yes, this conversation is helpful, and I am going to steal that image. And the thing is, it will never give you the same image twice, so people can't copy you. If somebody else puts that, let's see, regenerate, and if somebody else puts that image of a Scottish grey cat, a Scottish fold grey cat sleeping on a bed of roses, their image will never be the same as yours. So it's completely unique to your brand as well. So you're not using boring stock images. You're using something incredibly powerful. They're very high resolution as well. And if you put them into Canva, you can even increase the resolution. And can you see that now? Oh, it's beautiful, but it's not as nice. I don't know. That one looks more romantic, doesn't it? He's more fluffy. And that one looks exactly like my cat, Dave. So you see, you'll always get different images and they'll be unique to you and to your brand, but try to keep the same style of imagery so as not to confuse your customer and you're staying on brand. There you go. I am going to finally go now. I hope you really enjoyed this bonus lesson on utilizing and leveraging AI for your fragrance brand. And I'll see you on the other side.